After coming in a distant fourth place in the New Hampshire primary due to a surging Amy Klobuchar and getting 0 delegates, it looks like it may be the beginning of the end for Elizabeth Warren's campaign. Please tell us, how do you plan on actually winning your party's nomination at this point?
Did the speech and then afterwards did a selfie line, and we were there for over an hour. People are coming through and they're saying thank you, and they're giving hugs and talking about what's important to them. Young woman came up by herself and she said, I'm a broke college student with a lot of student loan debt. And she said, I checked and I have $6 in the bank. So I just gave $3 to keep you in this fight. That's what we got to do.
That's what we gotta do, she says. Well, that's what socialism does. It takes half the money from people who hardly have any to begin with, and it gives it to those who don't deserve it. She was so proud of leaving that poor college student with just $3 in her bank account that she actually posted this clip on her Twitter account. At least Andrew Yang had the decency to finally drop out after the New Hampshire primaries, and what he accomplished was actually quite incredible. He proved that there are hundreds of thousands of people in America willing to vote for a presidential candidate simply for offering them free money.
Oh, I like money. Yeah, I like money. I like money. I like money. Can't believe you like money, too.
His campaign was inspired by Batman, the original motion picture back in 1989, starring Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson.
Hubba, 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 money, money, money. Who do you trust? Me? I'm giving away free money.
Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey was sad that Yang dropped out and thanked him for bringing universal basic income into the national conversation. Universal basic income, of course, the technical term for free money. Jack Dorsey's worth $5 billion, which means that he could give 83,000 different families $1,000 a month universal basic income for a full year and still have $4 billion left over. What are you waiting for, Jack? Oh, that's right, you would rather take half the money from the middle class and redistribute that instead. And now that Bernie Sanders is the frontrunner, MSNBC's Chris Matthews can't even pretend that his policies would be good for America.
The issue of this campaign, it is that word socialism. Some people like it. Younger people like it. Those of us like me who grew up in the Cold War and saw some aspects of it, if they're visiting places like Vietnam, like I have, and seeing countries like Cuba being there, I've seen what socialism is like. I don't like it. Okay? It's not only not free, it doesn't frickin' work.
I didn't know he had an honest bone in his body, but he may be setting the stage for Mike Bloomberg's planned surge on Super Tuesday, March 3rd. Get ready for the Mockingbird media to start singing endless praise for Mike Bloomberg, hoping that he'll save the Democrat Party from being taken over by Bernie Sanders. They are completely stunned that the moderate and once frontrunner Joe Biden is pretty much on his way out.
But I think we just also have to take a moment and just digest the fact that a former two-term vice president of the United States didn't even place, it looks like, we're not done yet, but it looks like he's headed towards not even placing in the top 4.
Right.
I mean, getting single digits of support, not even getting enough support to get 1 delegate from New Hampshire. I mean, that is stunning.
And Biden is now going to basically the island off of China, where he thinks he can hold on against the mainland.
CNN contributor and phony Republican Max Boot is literally pleading with the Democrats to get behind one of the moderate candidates like Mike Bloomberg or Amy Klobuchar or even Buttigieg instead of Bernie Sanders, because he's concerned that if Sanders is the nominee, President Trump will defeat him. Here's CNN's Van Jones giving his assessment of the situation using a Marvel's Avengers analogy.
It just feels like everybody is partially able to take on Trump, but not really. So it's like you got the Avengers against Thanos, right? So if you had Thor's this and you had Hulk's that, if you had Amy's this, if you had Pete's that, but there is no one candidate yet that everybody feels like can actually go up against Thanos and beat him.
Yeah, and in the meantime, you've got Sanders coming in. He's obviously somebody who...
Oh, by the way, President Trump got more than double the votes of other incumbent presidents in the New Hampshire primary, including Obama. And to celebrate, I've released my new Trump's America shirt, which you can order from my online store at markdice.com or click the link in the description below. And like all of my designs, it's available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. And your purchase helps keep this channel going. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check it out.